Hello, Spinner94 here, today bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we've got a battle against Ingmog and E, and this is me and Fardream teaming up. Our teams are pretty nasty. I'm rocking some pretty Ubers mons, I'm going to admit, but I wanted to try these guys out because I ironically built a Mega Marwile just 2 days before the ban of it happened in Smogon. And of course with that happening, it's just, so I never got to use it, so I did some double battles with this thing, and I can see why it's banned now. I mean, it's still a great Pokemon, I love its design and all, but yeah, I can definitely see why it's banned after all of this. So, first turn, Cofagrigus is going to go for the Protect here, as I try to Thunder Wave it, but it doesn't get the chance, and Elrond's going to go straight for the Scald on this camera up and completely destroy it with its 4 times weakness and all. Maybe it's expecting us to overpredict, because we were doing quite a bit of overpredicting in this point in the matches. So... in comes this Gardevoir here, and it's going to trace my Prankster ability, which actually comes in incredibly useful, as you're about to see here. So, next thing's going to Mega Evolve into Mega Gardevoir, Ball Dress required and all, and it's going to do something really, really interesting. It's going to taunt me, and it's going to shut down my Meowstic, essentially, and I just realised, oh yeah, with a Trace and Prankster, that's why it went first. So, that put me in a bit of a tricky situation, as Elrond goes for Scald here, trying to get the burn on Cofagrigus here, but that's not going to work, as I'm going to get Shadow Balled, and that's going to really hurt Pokemon Master there, and I'm going to get the special defense drop. So after saying that, I know I'm not going to live another hit like that, and Taunted, I'm pretty much, unfortunately, useless at this point, as Hyper Voice is going to go and kill off Pokemon Master. This Gardevoir is just wrecking, absolutely wrecking my team at the minute, as Elrond does manage to live that and go straight for a Toxic on this Gardevoir, so at least we're eventually going to whittle this down. We've just got to hope to God it doesn't have Heal Bell. So Shadow Ball's going to hit Elrond. Elrond's going to live that, because Elrond seems to be nice and bulky. It's going to get some Nefty's recover 11 HP, as toxic damage is slowly going to whittle down this Gardevoir, hopefully sooner the better. So, I'm going to bring in my Greninja here, and I had a choice. I could either Mat Block the Protect and stall out the Toxic, or I could try and kill off this Cofagrigus. So, I decide, sod it, I'm going to try and kill this thing off. I hit it with a Dark Pulse, but it manages to live, just showing the bulk of this thing. But luckily, my Greninja does manage to avoid Focus Blast, which is a damn good thing, because a Focus Blast definitely would have killed it. And anyway, Shadow Ball's going to hit Elrond here, but it's not going to do too much because, you know, it's wolves battling each other. But unfortunately, it gets a special defense drop, and that really isn't good, because Hyper Voice is probably going to wreck Elrond now. So I'm pretty worried at this point. So I need to either try and flinch this Gardevoir, or I need to kill off this Cofagrigus. So I decide to get the kill, because the kill seemed a bit more useful at this point. And if this thing did want to take us down, it's just going to take us down. We're going to have to deal with it and bring in something to revenge kill. So luckily Elrond does manage to live, and I do manage to go down to my Focus Sash. I'm really glad I put a Focus Sash on this instead of a Life Orb or something like that. Icy Wind's barely going to do anything to Gardevoir, but it is going to get the speed drop, which could prove useful later on. So after some Lefty's recovery here, I've got to try and make a little bit of a decision what's worth going for here. I can either Dark Pulse, or I can kill whatever Mon comes in. But unfortunately, Hitmon comes in, and I'm like, oh hell, I'm going to get faked out on Mach Punch or something like that. So Mach Punch is just going to hit Greninja, and I'm going to go straight down there. Priority's going to kill me off straight away. And it will just reveal the Life Orb set, as Hyper Voice is just going to take out Elrond, so we get completely wiped out on our side of the field. We've got to bring in some new Mons, because at this point it's like, oh hell, I'm going to need to strategize a bit. So at least we know the Poison's going to take out this Mega Gardevoir next turn, thank God for that. But I bring in my Marwile, and he brings in his Flygon, so it's like, oh, this isn't too good. So I get the Intimidate on the Hitmonlee is definitely what I needed. But it's like, okay, we've got to make a bit of a decision now. Is it worth Marwile dying? And it's just fine. It is my final Pokemon, I believe. So I do Mega Evolve, and I say, you go, just go for the EQ. I'll be able to cover myself, don't worry. Because I have the Protect, thankfully. So it's like, I had nothing too much to worry about here, as Flygon does manage to outspeed both of these. Thank you, Icy Wind, Cofag. It could have been easily, the Hitmonlee could have easily outsped, or the Gardevoir could have outsped, because I believe they're at a speed tie at that point, so that Icy Wind really came in clutch there. So, Washing Machines will live longer with Calgon's going to come in, and this Moth thing's going to come in. I don't even know what this Pokemon's called, it's Mothrim or something like that, but I've never seen it before, so it's awesome to see it used, nice and shiny as well. So, Buzzbug's going to income here, but it's not going to do a thing to Marwile, as I'm able to go, basically go for a player rough on this Calgon here, and the amount of damage this does is unbelievable. Look at this, bam, just that's a nasty amount of damage. That's an unbelievable amount of damage. I honestly could not believe how much it did. So then Sucker Punch is going to finish the match and finish off this Mothra. So Marwile at the end was just taking absolutely no prisoners. It got pretty brutal at the end. So thank you all for watching. This has been Spinner94 with another team battle with Fardream 101, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace out, guys.